Shalom unto the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, before I get into my lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that teach and that rule well today. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that scatter worldwide in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Once again, I'm the brother Shaquat Gabar, coming at you with another quick lesson, quick news and prophecy update. Okay, as you can see, I have this article, okay, or this website, End Time Headlines. Okay, that I'm gonna go into a couple of headlines or topics, okay, which surrounding this whole, situation when it comes to over there in LA. Okay, when it comes to the ICE riots, okay, and now you have the the National Guards being deployed, the Marines, okay, and basically we coming to the point of this place coming to a point of a police state, okay. Yeah, but furthermore, before I get into that, this message and these videos goes out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible, and also to the Israelite foreigners that are scattered amongst the heathen nations, and that may take on the physical appearance or look of another nation. But if your bloodline goes back to Negro, Latino, or Native American descent by the seed of your father, you are considered an Israelite as well. Shalom. So basically, like I'm saying, getting into, this lesson, okay, how you have, the coming of civil unrest, man. Okay, we seeing the example over there in California, okay, LA, okay, when it comes to the whole ICE raids, okay, leading to riots, okay, protesting, okay, to the point for the past couple of days, okay, President Trump, okay, alliancing, okay, the ICE, okay, enforcements with the National Guards, and now more military forces when it comes to the Marines, okay. And like I said, it's starting over there in California, parts of California, okay. But this is going to be a nationwide thing, okay, when it comes to a police state, man, okay, especially now when it comes to these deportation of Hispanics and Latino tribes, okay, or as they would see them as illegal immigrants, okay. Like I say, the Latino and Hispanic tribes, man, which they are Israelites, okay, when it comes to the Northern Kingdom, okay, when it comes to mainly the Mexicans, okay, which are the tribe of Issachar, okay. And you have, also, Cubans, okay, the tribe of Manasseh, okay, Central and South Americans, okay, which majority of them, okay, are the tribes as well, okay. But it's going to be also to all tribes, man, eventually, when it comes to all the 12 tribes of Negro, Latino, and Native American descent here in America, man, okay, as they cracking down now, okay, when it comes to military rising, okay, police states, okay, eventually all of it gonna lead to more surveillance, okay, more coming to strict legislations that's gonna lead to full-blown martial law, detention centers, okay, so we at that point in time. But let me go ahead and get into some of these articles, okay, and Yahweh Shai has set up the prophets to give that stern warning to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, as we're approaching the downfall of this place, America, okay, leading to the point of Jacob's trouble, man, okay, so ain't gonna be no excuse, man, okay, but we know eventually this word, when it comes to our people, the only ones that's gonna take heed is the elect, which we're considered the 144,000 and the 1/3 that's destined to be saved, because 2/3, according to Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8, they're gonna be cut off and judged in the plagues or the wrath of the Lord, man. Okay, and these civil wars, race wars, clash wars, okay, it's gonna be part of the Lord's judgment. Okay, martial law, Okay, military forces patrolling the street. Okay, soon to use more lethal force. Okay, at the coming of famine, pestilence. Okay, and so let me go ahead and get into it. And it says, organized chaos is spreading across America. Yeah, organized chaos, man. Okay, because we know a lot of these uh, events are staged, man. Okay, a lot of these psyops, man. Okay, what we call when it comes to these elites. When I say these elites, going to the central bankers that's in power. Okay, which are the biblical Edomites, the so-called white race, what they call themselves today. But now we come to the understanding us that's in the faith. Okay, and knowing about the ministry of the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, now we know about Esau, Edom being the so-called white race, and chiefly in power today when it comes to these elites. And we know that these elites have an agenda they want to propose as the NWO. Okay, and one of their sayings that they want to bring order out of chaos, man. Okay, so a lot of these events are being staged, man. Okay, when it comes to a lot of provocateur, okay, agent provocateurs, okay, a lot of crisis actors, okay, when you see on the news media, okay, and, you know, you got a handful of people that out there protesting for real, okay, but we know us that's in the faith, okay, protesting ain't gonna be the way. Okay, marching ain't gonna be the way. Okay, you got a lot of Israelite camps, especially IUIC, knowing the march, talking about they want justice, fighting for the community. Okay, you trying to gather all Israel. Okay, now the word of Yahweh Shema Shai is simply for the elect. Okay, and simply as that, only thing the Lord told the prophets to do is to teach. Okay, go out there and teach on the highways and byways. Okay, and also, you know, through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, the Lord had his word being pushed on the internet, access to the internet when it comes to these videos, okay, giving that stern warning, okay, and that's simple as that, man, okay, teaching our people about repenting, come back, acknowledge their power, Yahweh Shema Shai, their heritage as Israel, okay, and prepare themselves, okay, as we're approaching Jacob's trouble, man, okay, and you know, in these prophecies. But majority of our people, they ain't gonna take heed, man. Okay. But like I said, a lot of these events, okay, as we call them flags, okay, you know, the FF, you know, the false, you know, FFLAG, you know, I got trying to be careful due to the algorithm, okay. It could be coming to the time of persecution, okay, censorship, okay, persecution when it comes to Esau, Edom, ready to come after the prophets, okay, because you're going to have certain brothers that represent this word, okay, you're going to have to, you know, face the time of persecution, being in prison, okay, you know, that's what the scripture says, okay, being prosecuted for the word of Yahweh Shema Shai, okay. Let me go to the next one. And so once again, organized chaos is spreading across America. So not just in LA where you had these ICE riots, anti ICE riots, okay, or protesting going on, and now you got the military being involved, okay, but it's gonna be nationwide, man, okay. I think I seen a video. I ain't watch it, but the up and coming elder from out of GMS, New York, the main camp, Amawan Gabar, okay, he posted a video about how you got ICE raids over there in New York, okay, and you're gonna have that all throughout America, man. So the stage is being set, man. Okay, as we're about to approach martial law, and also leading to the time of a financial crash, man. Because this place, America economy, is on the verge of crashing, man. Okay, and what's going to replace the physical dollar? That RFID micro, okay, which is the mark of the beast, according to Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, man. Okay, as everything moving towards now, like I say, surveillance, okay, AI, technology, okay, but not only that, MOTB, not only going to be for buying and selling, when it comes to replacing the dollar, but it also gonna be part of surveillance, okay, tracking, okay. That's why you're seeing now, as I say, they got things set up, okay, when it comes to these elites' agenda, okay, to spread, chaos, to bring order, okay, because now do all these threats now, okay, the possible terrorist attack, okay, civil unrest due to financial woes, financial crisis, okay, food shortages, okay, so they already got their troops or the military in place, man, okay, for certain events to take place or crisis to take place, so they can have the advantage, okay, to be ahead when it comes to the military and the citizens, okay, the American citizens at that, okay. Let's go to the next one. Unveiling riot alerts have been issued for 35 cities across America. Hey, so once again, man, okay, yeah, we're coming to that point of civil unrest, and this place totally collapsing, man, from the inside out, man. Okay, so 35 cities across America, okay, are on alert for riots, man. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's see, Heshe he Seta authorized volunteer departure of military dependents from across Middle East, aim raising tensions. Okay, so we know about the war, okay, things that brewing over there in the Middle East. Okay, when it comes to eventually the coming of the Third World War. Okay, we're seeing the tension now between Israel, okay, and Iran, okay, Israel and Palestine, okay. Those Arab nations coming against the West, okay. We see the division amongst NATO, okay. And we seeing the war with Russia and Ukraine, okay. These nations ready to gather the war to come against America, okay, such as Russia, China, Iran, okay. And that's all biblical prophecy, because ultimately this place America going to be destroyed by the way of thermonuclear fire at the peak of the Third World War, okay. Also leading to the time of who the world called Christ, Yahushua Hamashiach's second coming, by the way of the chariots, what the world called UFOs, which are which is the salvation of the elect of the nation of Israel, okay, because the elect is going to be delivered from out of that great destruction, okay, when it comes to this place America, okay. Let's go to the next one. It says Newsom warns the nation that Trump is destroying America democracy, calls for rebellion against the president. Yeah, so once again, man, civil unrest, man. Okay, so you got certain politicians that's not agreeing with Trump executive orders, man. Okay, especially over there in California at this time, man. Okay, so that's division. Okay, when it comes to this place, America. Okay, when it comes to the civil unrest, man. Okay, the citizens ready to go against the government, and you even got infighting amongst the government. Okay, so it's gonna be those civil wars, clash wars. Okay, it says U.S. embassy in the Middle East prepared to evacuate after warning for Iran. Okay, and so once again the Third World War being brewing. Okay, and it says here are 5 flashpoints that could plunge civilization into a global war. Okay, and so once again, man, the talk of war, civil war, the Third World War, World War III. Okay, the coming of race wars, clash wars, gender wars. Okay, you're seeing also at the time, as we in the month of June, we always know that America deemed this month the P month, but Trump want to, do away with that celebration. And you got those type of people that's involved, okay, and that's P month, the nasty agenda, the happy people that's upset, okay, ready to protest and and clash with the government, okay, due to their so-called rights, okay, which another reason why this place gonna be destroyed, man, due to the nasty agenda. Okay, we know the example in the scriptures about ancient Sodom and Gomorrah, why it was destroyed by the way of fire and brimstone. Okay, America had taken on that same custom. Okay, because this place, America, is also spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, at this time. Okay, in this time, the missiles gonna come in the form of or the fire and brimstone gonna come in the form of the thermonuclear missiles. Okay, and it says, here are 5 flashpoints that could plunge civilization into a global war. Okay, let's see. And it says, ICE prepares full assault on 5 Democrat cities as LA goes into lockdown. Okay, let me see. Yeah, more wickedness. Okay, now this individual supposed to be what, a Christian rock band. Okay, the newsboys. Okay, coming out talking about his wickedness of his, when it comes to the nasty agenda. Okay, yeah, but once again, Christianity. Okay, which the Lord ain't dealing with that, man. Okay, and more and more you hear about more these public figures that into Christianity when it comes to these pastors, these churches. Okay, involving all type of scandals or foul acts, man. Okay, but you ain't gonna have Vocab Malone speak on that. He too busy on stalking the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, which is a failed attempt. Okay, thinking that he can stop the word of Yahweh Shem Shai being taught by the men of the Lord, and talking about they, trying to debunk the Hebrew Israelites, man. Okay, and you got people right along with our people, right along with Vocab Malone in that same mind frame to come against the truth. Okay, to come against their own power, man. Okay, we'll see how it ends for them. Okay, we already know it's gonna be terrible. Okay, our people gonna fall right along with Esau, Edom in this system, man. Okay, when it comes to the 2/3, it says Texas. That's why the Lord brewing, sharpening the sword now. When it comes to these troops, okay, which the sword, okay, is the blessing of Esau, Edom. When it comes to this military might, okay, to keep it, simple, okay, but also Yahweh Shem Shai set up Esau, Edom to be that sword, okay, on the left hand side, man, okay, and that's gonna come down upon our people the most, okay. Ezekiel chapter 21 verse 9, okay. When it comes to the 2/3, mainly being judged, man. Okay, these devils got not only they military troops, okay, when it comes to their men or women that's out there, okay, but now they're more advanced when it comes to their drones, their tanks, advanced artillery, AI, robots, okay, super soldiers, okay. And so that's the time we coming into, man. Okay. And it says this one, Texas National Guard deployed to San Antonio ahead of a planned protest. And so once again, this Texas now. We're seeing what's going on over there in LA. Okay, but it's gonna be a national wide thing. Okay, Trump, which he's doing the bidding of these elites, as I was making mention. Okay, he's not doing his own thing. Okay, because they're ready to move forth with their agenda. Okay, and that's why they got the saying Operation Warp Speed, man. Okay, and these elites know they got a short time left as well. Okay, when it comes to seeing the prophets and the prophecies coming to pass, man. Okay, but their mind frame is thinking that they can somehow upset prophecy. Okay, they already got this, the military, the space force ready to set to fight against an invasion, an alien invasion. Okay, which they push the image of the so-called UFOs as little green creatures. Okay, or creatures. Okay, but really the ones that operate in those so-called UFOs, the chariots, are the angels. Okay, so-called black men or dark-skinned men. Okay, And that's how Yahweh Shah is going to return with the hosts of angels by the way of the chariots, man. Okay, so you saw Edom already got the stage set to fight against Yahweh Shah and the angels. Okay. Yeah, but but now we coming to the point when it comes to, here in the States, okay, national wide, okay, these troops gonna be deployed. Okay. Yeah, they're coming to martial law. They foreign troops. It ain't gonna just be the American military. Okay, you're gonna have foreign troops as well. Okay, NATO troops, UN troops. Okay, troops from Russia, China, Korea. Okay. Yeah, you just had Trump pass a month ago, the Insurrection Act. Okay, militarizing the police force. Okay, advancing their gear, their weapons. Okay, now you got the talks of FBI task forces being deployed. Okay, we know about that about 2 weeks ago in Memphis. Okay, they already got that executive order plan. Okay, let me see. Yeah, once again, Third World War brewing. Okay, let's get this. LA on lockdown as woke mayor enacts curfew and finally declares local emergency. Okay, because one time she been against it. Okay, this whole Karen bias. Okay, you see her at the podium talking, or not talking, but standing up there, of course. But was speaking. Cause one time she was against Trump ruling when it comes to those National Guards and Marines being deployed. Okay, doing those ICE protests. But now I guess it got so crucial now. Okay, she don't fold. Okay, ordering lockdowns and curfews. Okay, which she's part of the agenda as well. Okay, she'll get on the local LA news or California news or CNN major news. Okay, and say how she's for the citizens of California or LA, but she's doing the bidding of these elites as well, man. Okay, she's just lesser than Trump, but all of them all these politicians and Republicans, Democrats, all of them in the same category, man. When it comes to these elites, man, agenda. Okay. It says earthquake strikes off Los Angeles coast, felt in Manhattan Beach and Riverside. Okay, so you got earthquakes, another sign. Okay, and they're happening over there in California. Okay, LA. Okay. It says mystery donor seen supplying wartime face shields for demonstrators. Okay. Okay, so once again, the racial tensions, man. Okay, people taking matters in their own hands. Okay, to come against the government. In the troops. It says ICE protests spreading across. ICE protests spreading coast to coast after powder and key engaged in LA unrest. Okay, so once again it's spreading. Okay, more in the madness of this damn degenerate. I'm just trying to stick, get scriptures, get articles. I mean, okay, soon to go into the scriptures about what's, when it comes to the civil unrest, man, that's taking place here in America. Okay, starting with over there in LA, but soon the spread, man. Okay, so basically that's it. Okay, now I get some scriptures. Okay, and look at this: 10 people, including gunmen, killing school shooting in the Australian city of Gaza. Okay, so more violence, man. Okay, that's a threat over here in America too. Okay, this place known for its, these school shootings or mass shootings. Okay, another reason why they ready to lock this place down, man, and take away you people rights. Okay, especially when it comes to right to bear arm. Okay, making this place more of a police state, seeing all the any American citizen can be a terrorism, okay, or a terror. Okay, now like I say, be careful with my words. Okay, but it all pinpointed to the prophecies of eventually this place America is on the verge of its downfall, man. Okay, and it's ready to implode, man. Okay, so let me go ahead and get into the scriptures. So that's what we're focusing on. Okay, I'm gonna start off with Sirach, or the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. And that's what us that's in the faith that has been called, hopefully be chosen, involved in this ministry, okay, and doing this work, okay, focus on prophecy, man, okay, because that's the times that we're in, which the word prophecy or prophesied or mean to say before. So right before the Lord brings judgment, he always set up his prophets to give that forewarning, okay, and to prepare the people, okay, mainly the nation of Israel, but at this time the elect, okay, because the Lord ain't dealing with these heathens, ain't no salvation for these heathens, okay, they're going to be judged, okay, and eventually when the kingdom is established, they're going to go into captivity, start with the elites of Esau, Edom, okay, and when it comes to these heathens here on this side, they're going to be judged, and they're going to come back in the kingdom being servants, okay, but the 2/3 of our people that be judged on this side, they're going to come back in the kingdom being the sons and daughters of the elect, and that's how they're going to inherit the kingdom, because the kingdom is only for Israel, okay, and our people, the 2/3 of our people that perish on this side, they're going to come back in the kingdom, okay, which all that, is reincarnation, man, okay, but I'm trying to, stick to the topic, okay, because we're supposed to be meditating in prophecy, or meditating when it comes to the word of Yahweh Shema Shai, okay, the vocal point, okay, or the focus, the main focus is prophecy, okay, and that's where we at, okay, because we're going to the history, that we go into laws, the laws, statutes, commandments, which we're not going to be justified by the laws, but through grace, through believing in Yahweh Shai, okay, and eventually be part of the elect, okay, being part of the election to be saved. But you got a lot of these false Israelite camps that's always about pushing the law, statutes, commandments. That's how Israel gonna be saved. All Israel can be saved. Ain't no Jacob's trouble. The RFID micro is not the mark of the beast. Okay, pushing peace. Okay, want to build a Hebrew Israelite community. It's all about partying, prosperity. Okay, a lot of these false Israelites done took the word of the Lord, misusing it. Okay, for fortune and fame, man. Okay, but the true men of Yahweh Shema Shai, okay, of the elect, the hopeful number that we're striving to be part of. Okay, start with myself. Okay, we're meditating on the times that we're in. Okay, as the scripture says, what measure the times, man. Okay, and we're in the time of prophecy. Okay, when it comes to the understanding of these scriptures, man. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time digitally in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I had told thee before, then shall thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And we seeing the Lord visiting the world, the earth. Okay, especially this place at this time, America. Okay, in this case, going to these um civil wars, man. Okay, or uproars of the people. Or as I'm gonna say, continue on. And it says, therefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquakes, if we just not read an article, okay, that is an earthquake that hit California. Okay, and you got earthquakes happening every day in various places. Okay, Matthew the 24th chapter going to that. I'm gonna get that. Okay, but it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, and what you seeing now, uproars of the people. Okay, over there in California, spreading also throughout the states. Okay, well, so we're expecting more and more chaos, man. Okay, and you got uproars of the people all throughout the world. Okay, But focusing on at this time, okay, the hot topic, okay, here in America, okay, is these deploying of these National Guards or Marines or troops or ICE enforcements, okay, over there in LA and soon to be nationwide, man. Okay, when it comes to America. And it says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spoke of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So the words of Yahweh Shema Shai clearly be more and more manifest through prophecies being fulfilled. Okay? Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings in effect and signs. Okay? So we coming in the time, man. Okay? Quickly. Okay? Yeah, that's why you're seeing days, weeks, months, okay, going by so quick. Okay? Years. Okay, we already about to be halfway through June. Okay, and this is the 6th month already of this year. Okay, so what is but like the second quarter, okay, of the year. Okay, halfway through the first year, Trump, since he got reelected, and look how he's moving. Okay, Revelation 12 and 12. Okay, they knowing that they have a short time left. Okay, that's why they're coming down with that great wrath. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick since I quoted it, because I didn't want to make this video too long. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, and that devil going to Esau, Edom, these elites, on down to the lesser luminary ones, man. They're doing their bidding, okay, when it comes to these elites' agenda. For the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time, okay. So that's why they're moving quickly, okay, trying to establish the NWO. And they come with that great wrath. What you think these troops being deployed, it's all about. Okay, this strict legislation is being pushed now. Okay, so that's it on that. Let me go to Matthew. Okay, Yahweh Shah say if you ain't had to shorten the days for the elect's sake. Matter of fact, I'll get that real quick. All of it, in the same chapter. But I want to, start off right here. Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved for the elect, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And so that's why you're seeing the days being short, or time moving quicker. Okay, when it comes to the days, the months, okay, or the days, the weeks, the months. Okay, because Lord Yahweh Shema Shah shorten the days or the time for the elect's sake. If not, there'll be no flesh saved, man. How Esau Edom moving. Everything's so corrupt, man. Okay, the food, the water, okay, the people, okay. And we know Esau Edom have an agenda to come with a culling, and I'll keep it like that. Okay, especially when it comes to the tribes, man. When it comes to the Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. Okay, but for the elect's sake, the Lord is shortening up the days. Okay, or shorten the times. This is Matthew chapter 24. And I'm going up into the chapter now. Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So this was Yahweh Shai telling his disciples at that time what to look forward to of end time prophecy. Okay. And so Yahweh Shai told them when it comes to the end time prophecy, signs of his second coming, what to look forward to. Okay, that is going to be the time of wars and rumors of wars. So we in those times now. Okay. For nation shall rise against nations, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So we coming to the beginning stages of that, man. Okay, nations against nations, kingdom against kingdom, okay, nations against nations, civil wars, race wars, clash wars, kingdom against kingdom, okay, the third world war, okay, division here in America, okay, and these other countries divided amongst each other, okay, the coming of famine, okay, pestilence, okay, earthquakes in diverse places, okay, so the signs are showing, man, okay, the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is coming to more and more manifesting, man, and the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai manifests every day, man, okay, but we just coming to that epic, okay, moment, okay, the peak of Yahweh Shem Yahushai showing his works, man, okay, that's it on that. Let me see, I'll get this and get ready to close because I don't want to make this video too long. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, okay, the elect, okay, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one ram against another. So that's go your division, okay, you know, your civil wars, okay, that's going to lead to more martial law, okay, detention centers, lockdowns, curfews, okay, travel bans, okay, and also the coming of race wars, clash wars, okay, food wars, gender wars, you know, just war, okay, third world war, okay, so the more and more show you that Yahweh Shem Yahushai, okay, is about division, okay, about to bring great judgment, especially to this place, America, and the only ones that's going to be delivered is the nation of Israel, starting with the elect, man. Okay, and that's the number that we're striving to be part of, man. Okay, don't let these, you want to listen to these false Israelite camps, okay, saying there ain't going to be no Jacob's trouble, okay, the RFID micro ain't going to be implemented, ain't no such thing, okay, all nations can make it, okay, it's all about prosperity. We got to find a state when it comes to building a community here in America, a Hebrew Israelite community. Hey, so be it, man. It's all about partying. Okay, but in due time, when the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua come to pass, as it says what in Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 5, then it shall be known a prophet had been among them. Okay, when it comes to the true men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, okay, that's teaching the word correctly and giving that stern warning, man. Starting with the men and apostles and elders apostles of great millstone, man, and the bishops, elders, and the brethren on down, man, and those that truly out there teaching, man. Okay, so once again, this word is only eventually for the elect, man, and that's the number that we striving to be part of. Okay, so we coming in the time of Jacob's trouble, man, and the things that these false prophets not announcing when it comes to the doctrine of the Lord. Okay, a judgment gonna start off with them first, man. Okay, 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. Okay, and they're gonna trigger down to the average so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. That's of the 2/3, man. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the lesson here, and I pray that the lesson will edifying. Till next time, Lord willing. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.